As President Joe Biden took the stage at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, it was clear that this wasn't just another speech. The 81-year-old, who has spent over 5 decades in public service, was saying goodbye to the highest office in the land. Introduced by his daughter Ashley Biden, who called him the OG girl dad, Biden was visibly emotional. Wiping away tears, he looked out at the thousands of supporters chanting, "We love Joe." For a moment, you could see the weight of his years in office and the personal sacrifices he made for the nation. Biden opened up about his journey, admitting that he made a lot of mistakes along the way. But with raw honesty, he said, "I gave my best to you." He reflected on his 50-year career in national politics, a career that saw him rise from a young senator to the presidency. Biden acknowledged the growing calls from within his own party for him to step aside, but insisted that his decision to do so was for the good of the country. He declared that serving as commander-in-chief had been the honor of my lifetime. One of the most powerful moments of the night was when Biden pledged to be the best volunteer for the Harris campaign, showing his full support for the woman who he believes will carry on his legacy. Despite the late-night timing of his address, bumped off primetime in a night of delays, Biden's words resonated. He spoke not just as a politician, but as a father, a husband, and a man who had devoted his life to public service. First Lady Jill Biden also took to the stage, giving a deeply emotional speech. She talked about watching her husband dig deep into his soul as he made the difficult decision to step aside. Jill, who has stood by Biden through countless personal and political battles, urged Americans to unite with faith in each other, hope for a brighter future, and love for our country. It was a call for unity in a divided nation. But it wasn't just the Biden family who had emotional moments that night. The crowd at the United Center was filled with both tears and cheers. Biden's farewell speech may not have been perfect. He stumbled over a few words, as he has been known to do, but that only made it more human. In typical Biden fashion, he even laughed off a fumble while talking about abortion rights, turning a moment of awkwardness into one of humility. Biden also took time to recall his childhood stutter, a challenge he overcame to reach the pinnacle of American politics. "Nowhere else in the world," he said, "could a kid with a stutter and modest beginnings in Scranton, Pennsylvania and Delaware grow up to sit behind the resolute desk in the Oval Office." It was a reminder of the resilience that has defined his life and career. As the night drew to a close, Biden was surrounded by his family, including his son Hunter, who has been a source of both support and controversy during his father's presidency. The Biden family stood together on stage, symbolizing the strength and unity that has been at the core of Joe Biden's personal and political life. Biden also used his speech to take a few swipes at former President Donald Trump, calling him out for his lies and falsehoods. The crowd reacted with boos whenever Trump's name was mentioned, but Biden stayed focused on his message: America is a nation of possibilities. And that's what he wants to leave behind, a country that continues to believe in its potential, despite the challenges it faces. Joe Biden's final major address as president was not just a farewell, it was a call to action. A call for unity, resilience, and hope. He may be stepping aside, but he made it clear that his fight for America is far from over. As we reflect on his 50 years in public service, one thing is certain: Joe Biden's legacy will be remembered not just for his policies, but for his humanity, his humility, and his unwavering belief in the American dream. Thank you for joining us today on the Fame Journey. If this video resonated with you, please share it with others, like, and subscribe to stay updated on stories that matter. And remember, we're all on this journey together. Let's continue to make history.